welcome or welcome back. Today we are going to unbox some budget Barbie dolls. So in front of us we have two more modern versions of budget Barbie dolls. They went on super sale at the store, and so I picked up the two versions they had left, and on the ends here we have Pretty in Plaid, and if I remember right, which I don't, of course, I found it on one of them. It does have a 1998 box date there, so I believe that makes them 1999. If I'm not mistaken. There are two more dolls in both of these lines. I only have two of each at this time. I don't really know if I'm gonna search for these two any harder than I already have. There weren't any on the shelves currently. These two, I do think I am going to complete the collection at some point in time. There should be a blonde Barbie wearing probably pink and yellow, purple and yellow, I don't remember. And then there is a Christy version wearing yellow and orange, if I remember right. So I would say this is like the Teresa version and maybe Midge version. Otherwise, if we just want to go redhead and brunette, however you want to label them. But from 1998, 1999 to 2000 and fine, be that way about it. These ones are 2024, so I think that makes them, oh my gosh, either, I don't remember if it's a year before or a year after, so they're either $23 or $25. Pretty irrelevant. Quite a bit of difference between the two of them that we can, or the four of them that we can already see with face printing and just fabric usage already. Like I said, these are budget lines, both halves of them. They're not meant to be the deluxe dolls, so they don't come with a lot of accessories. It's really just what you see in a pair of shoes. I think we're gonna start with the modern ones because they're just a little less. Here's our modern era girls out of their boxes. Immediately they are hard plastic through and through. I don't hate their outfits, but you can tell it's a very minimal effort outfit. It's just like a basic printing pattern with serged edges. There's no real sewing here. It's not like they folded them over and put a seam in it. It's just serged edges so they don't fray. I personally find their shoes to be quite, I don't know, I think they're kind of ugly. The heels are cute, but the toe part, it looks like they're about to go out and like pick weeds with their toes. But we do, of course, have Millie, and I'm pretty sure this is Shani, S-H-A-N-I. I'm not perfect at Barbie face molds, so take that with a grain of salt. Pretty sure they both have poly hair. Up close, here's our Shani. I think she has such a cute face. It's a bummer they got such, their play line, their budget line. I think I spent like $3 on each of these dolls, so I really can't complain that much. And that's really the reason I grabbed them, because I was like, oh, I have those other two to open. Let's go ahead and compare. But they are hard plastic, 5 points articulation. Both of their legs move, their arms, and then their head. Outfit is one piece, Velcro in the back. Actually, it's not even Velcro in the back. I did not look at the back before I didn't look at the back at all. So, low back, mini dresses. Millie has like a one shoulder, a little bit more of a purpley color, where Shani has a lighter pink color and two shoulders. And that's about all there is to say. I mean, she does have a little different color shoes as well. I don't know if I pointed that out, but they are the same shoe. They do come kind of wearing their shoes. They fell off right away, but there's rubber bands around them, so indicating that they were wearing them at some point. Millie is her classic no makeup. Neither of them really are wearing makeup actually, but a little bit of blushing, lip color, pretty just a very standard generic 5-point articulation playline Barbie doll. Here's our Pretty in Plaid girlies out of box. So you can see they're supposed to have high ponytails. Their rubber bands have entirely disintegrated. So we'll have to get them some new hair ties. This one, as I was taking her out of the box, her little thumb did come off. Fortunately, I found it, so hopefully I am going to be able to heat them both up and stick it back on. They each come with little heels that match their outfits. And immediately you can see what I was saying. These are stitched, hemmed edges, where other Barbies were serged. These ones come with earrings, each matching their outfit, and then they each come with a ring matching their outfit. So I'm gonna call her Teresa, and she's gonna be Midge just because I can pick their names. She has yellow earrings, yellow ring, pink earrings. You can see their makeup isn't extreme or extravagant at all. Midge is definitely looking a little over here and a little over there. Don't mind her. We can see Midge has got a more red lip color, where Teresa's got a little bit more pink, blue eyes, green eyes. You know, nothing too crazy. We are budget line dolls after all. But if we see their hair movement, I'm pretty sure, I'm not a perfect hair fiber, but just feeling how soft it is, I'm pretty sure they both have Kanekalon. So that's going to be a main difference. And then with these two, we do have the bend and snap knees. We have a twist at the waist, one way at least. We can sit, and then our arms move, and then of course the head. So arguably these ones are 6-point articulation dolls, where the other two are 5 because their knees do not bend. One of them came with this in box, so I thought let's look at this. So introducing the first book club just for girls who love Barbie. Get 3 free books plus a free backpack. Details inside. I think they'd still honor this. I remember having Barbie books like that when I was little. There's that. If you want to see if their book club still exists. I'm going to grab our Millie and Shani and bring them back up. So there's our 4 girls out of box. At this point in time, I am going to undress them because I want to look at the body differences, just because we are multiple generations of Barbie separated here. If you're not interested in seeing new dolls, this video is over for you. Have a great day. If you want to stick around and see them all and just see how Barbie's changed over the years, I find that stick around. Here we have them. The one thing I noticed about this outfit is these necklines are that pleather fabric, which I didn't realize they were. So be warned, because this one, before I even unvelcroed it, started peeling. So I put that one back on her because it was already messed up. The other thing is these are printed on flowers. They seem to be holding up, and so does the belt. I haven't tried to move that, I'm not going to, but here is kind of what this outfit looks like on a more modern body type of the Barbie. I think it fits pretty darn good overall on her. I don't really think it looks baggy or anything. I kind of thought maybe there's a little bit of extra room up here, which I think we can see immediately on the Teresa doll that's wearing the modern outfit. The fabric is actually stretched on her chest. I would say that indicates she's got a bigger bust line, or she's wider here, you know, band-wise is wider. Their waist are definitely narrower, but I think we can see that there. Waists are absolutely narrower. Our undie line is completely different, where our actual hips land are completely different. And I think even just bust location is kind of different. They don't seem to be two different heights too much to me if you actually flatten her head down. So we can definitely see some different, you know, how they changed just a standard playline Barbie over the years. I just think that's so interesting. You know, even her leg shapes are different. Of course, this one is a plastic molded, so it's easier to acquire a specific leg shape. But yeah, and of course she's got a belly button, so she has like a more, I think we all know this, Barbie became more realistic over the years. She obviously has that more realistic body type versus she is very triangle hip leg. And even, you know, she's more 50-50 versus, which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Not saying that part's unrealistic. I have a short torso, longer legs, but this Barbie is definitely more 50-50. It's hard to tell on arm length, but it seems like even though her arms are bent, they've got to be pretty close in arm length. So neck length, I don't know. I can't decide if she seems like these two seem like they have like an extremely long neck or not. I feel like they kind of got dinosaur necks. But you tell me, are they wider at the shoulders too? Maybe that's part of our stretching on the dresses. They're, well, not really, because it's a one shoulder dress. It shouldn't have any stretching there. But this dress itself, like, is very baggy on her hips. So I don't know. I just think that's so interesting. I'm very fascinated with the vintage budget lines. They don't come with much accessories, but I just think it's so fun to see how even though they were budget, comparably, this offers more play value than this does because she can at least sit in a chair and look kind of normal. Where Millie, that's it. And she just tips over too. This one you can sit and she's, oh, you can't see it. Millie can't actually, well, kind of she can. She gets a much more 90-degree bend. Millie does not. But you can also see the way the leg hinge is made probably affects that a lot. Millie has a much more ball joint where Teresa is kind of just slipped. I don't know. Like, there really isn't, I'm assuming Millie can go out a little, yeah. So Millie has a little rotation this way, but Teresa would have no rotation that way. But yeah, she's got a 1996 body stamp on her. Millie has 2015. Her head is 2013, and Teresa's head is 1991. I think all of the Pretty and Plaid Barbies are Mackie faces, if I'm not mistaken. She should have a 1990, yeah, the 1991 Mackie face. I'm pretty sure that's what they all are. But you can definitely see like how their hair moves. I mean, they're not moving like, but hers actually falls over her face. Millie's Polly connect a lot. But thanks for watching. I had fun comparing these Barbies. I find this stuff so fascinating, how dolls changed over time to fit social structure, and I don't know, just the playability in certain dolls and how I grew up with Barbies like this. These ones, I love the variation and the newer body types, but it's fun. I miss the bend and snap legs for sure. I wish they would bring that back at least for the Playline dolls. Anyway, have a great one.